Hello guys, in this video I shall be teaching you how to use the drawpoly as well as the fillpoly functions available in the C graphics library. So let's get started. I have already created a file and named it as poly.C. Now let's concentrate on the drawpoly and fillpoly functions. So first of all, the drawpoly function draws outline of a polygon using the current line style and color. Basically, it draws a polygon, and in fact it can draw any shape, as a polygon means any closed figure. Now coming to the number of parameters or arguments, it takes exactly two parameters, the first being the number of points and the second being the array name, which calls our points. So first of all, we need to declare an integer array with the pair of x and y coordinates, and we need to supply it to the function as parameter, the function name to the drawpoly function as parameter. So first of all, let's declare an integer array. Let's name it as points, which makes sense. You need to give the square brackets, and the values are always given inside the curly braces. Now let's start with giving supplying the values. The first point will be 150, 150. These are just random values. We are looking for almost a triangular like shape with almost 4 points. The second point will be 200, 320, then 200, 150. Supplying these values are same as that of the line function that we did earlier, and the last point joins back to the initial point. So we are having almost 4 points, I think so. 200, 320, 250, and we need one more, 150. So these constitute our 4 points as x and y coordinate pairs. Now we shall call our drawpoly function with the two parameters, as I have said before. The first being the number of points. In this case, the number of points is 4, and the second one is the array name, which call our points, that is points. Now let's compile it and run it. As you can see, we got a triangular shaped image with almost 4 points. The first point being 150, 150, starting at 150, 150, and it joins to 200, 320, and from it goes to 200, 150, and finally comes back to the initial point, which was 150, 150. I hope that you got an idea on how to use the drawpoly function. Really is pretty easy, isn't it so? Now let's discuss about the fillpoly function. As you might have guessed, what the fillpoly function does is it not only draws the outline of the polygon, but also fills it using the current fill pattern and fill color. Now let's take the same example and run the code. What we have changed is the name of the function. It takes exactly the same number of parameters as the drawpoly function, but the only difference is that it fills the polygon with the default fill color and pattern. Let's run it and look what are the changes. As you can see, the polygon is filled with the default white color and the default fill pattern. Now let's change the fill pattern, fill style actually, using the fill style method, and change it to red as usual. Now let's see what happens. As you can see, the white color has been changed to red. So this is what basically is about the drawpoly and the fillpoly functions, and that's it for this video. And as usual,